Hello. That was the most depressing hello I've ever heard. Hello. It's like a cat dying. I never told you guys that when I stayed at my mum's house back like ages and ages ago, they gave me a bunch of presents and I never showed you them, and they're sitting next to my bed, and I thought, why haven't I showed the presents that my family bought me? So there's a pair of socks in the French, oh, get everything, there we go. Little French bulldog socks, and they're my happy socks, and I still haven't opened them. I'm about to wear them now. They also bought me a little portable colouring book to calm me down, so I can colour in some pages, and you know, just keeps you focused doing something creative. And then whoops, and then another big colouring book for grown-ups. And I like this because I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this. I'm trying to do this with one hand. If I can find a cool pattern, there's a lot of like tattoo style. Oh, that's cool. Whoa, let's lie down and look at this coloring book so I don't have to use my hand. Look at me being really smart. There's like really cool tattoo looking ones in here, and I can't find one now that I want to show you guys. Here you go. That's a cool one. I like that. It's like really like that was Bohemian. There you go. There's a tattoo type one. And there's some really cool things in here. I'm trying to show you guys. And why does this always happen when you want to show someone something? Little sailor tattoos. There's some really cool pieces. Anyway, I just thought it was really cool. I have said cool like 6 times in this vlog already. Look at that. Isn't that sick? Yeah, that's what coloring books should be. So I will, you know, use these for inspiration and color. And I haven't colored anything in yet because what I want to do is I want to find all the really sick ones and like photocopy them so I can have them forever. Day 42. Also, I don't know if you can hear it, but every now and then you hear like a banging on the ceiling area. There are birds that just land on our roof, and our roof is like a tin roof, so it's quite loud. And they just jump along and scratch and jump, and you just hear them all day just having a party on the roof, and you're like, get off of my roof. I've been like, I just edited the vlog for yesterday, and then I'm like torturing myself because when Dan leaves, and I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video yet, but Dan is eventually going home to Ireland on the 1st of December, and I want to adopt a cat when he's gone, so I have a little friend. And I find that I'm a lot, like I've been pining for a cat for a long time. Like my Mindy passed away in 2012, and I think it took a year and a half till I was ready to get another cat, but I didn't get one. And now it's like, what, 3 years later, and I don't have a cat, and I don't know, I have that longing feeling, you know. I really just want a kitten. Not a kitten, I want to adopt one. So I don't care if it's young or old or whatever. I would just like, you know, to find a kindred kitty spirit, and just to, you know, like sit on my lap and while I'm editing, or just be around. And I just really miss that. I just really miss it. And so I've been like torturing myself by going onto cat adoption websites and looking at them all and being like, oh, I want this one, but I can't get one until Dan goes because he's allergic to cats. And I also have to ask Kat, Katrina, if it's okay to get one before I can go ahead with everything. But this is what I wanted. I would really like a cat. And just because they're like, I do want to get a dog someday, but they're more high maintenance than cats. Cats just look after themselves, clean themselves, you know. They go poopy and they bury it. You know, you can have a kitty litter box, fair enough, and you can dump that in the bin just in one go. Whereas with dogs, you know, you've got to walk them every day. And I mean, that might be good because it might get me out of the house to walk the dog. But I know that if I didn't walk the dog, I would be angry at myself, and that wouldn't help my anxiety. With dogs, I love them so much, but you know, you gotta go around and pick up all their shit. They've pooped all over the lawn, you gotta pick it up, you can step in it. It's a lot more like hands-on maintenance. I adore them though, and I'm not trying to be like, do I get a dog or do I get a cat? I'm being like, I would eventually like a dog someday too, but for where I am right now and for my lifestyle and the person I am, I've always loved cats, and I just really miss the feeling of having a cat. And I miss the feeling of like when I had Mindy around, you know, and I'd just be sitting down doing something and she'd come and she'd purr and she'd sit on my lap and she'd just curl up in a little ball and just be warm, and you could just feel her purring, and she was, you know, she'd come into my room, or she'd just be around, you know. I don't know why I'm telling you guys. I should just be like, ta-da, I have a cat, surprise, one day. But yeah, I've got to go across and ask Kat what she thinks of the idea. And it would stay in the unit with me. Because, I don't know, unless it's an outdoor cat, like when you adopt a cat, it says whether they're an indoor cat or an outdoor cat. And I think with outdoor cats, you have to make sure that their nose isn't like pink or with white light fur around it, or that they don't have light ears, because they can get skin cancer, which is what Mindy got. Because even though, you know, we didn't actually know that she wasn't supposed to go outside with a light nose, but even when she was inside, she would find a way to get into the window and sunbake anyway. So we couldn't really stop her. And I feel like looking back now, knowing that, if I was to get an indoor cat with pale ears and pale nose, I'd make sure they stayed inside. I'd make sure that they'd stay, you know, out of the sun. It sucks though. It feels wrong. It feels like you shouldn't deprive animals of sunlight. That's so strange, but I don't know. I get worried about outdoor cats. I don't want to have a cat that's going to be killing wildlife and things like that. That's the only concern about cats, is because they love to just kill mice and kill native birds and things for fun. They don't necessarily eat them. That's not really a nourishment thing. It's almost just a fun thing. So an indoor cat, at least I know that they wouldn't be killing anything because they're going to be inside. So that's what I'm thinking. Thinking of doing that, and I think that'd be, I just think that'd be really good. And I think that I'm really, when I have to look after someone else or something else, I feel better as a person. And I know whenever Dan gets down or feels a bit sick or is having a bad day and he like really can't, he's not up to doing something, then I will take over, and I feel better when I take over the reins. So maybe I just need something to look after, feel a bit more of a sense of purpose. We've just made some tuna pasta. There it is, hot and fresh out the kitchen. And we are going to watch some big fat gypsy weddings.
We're not. We're going to watch, what's the program we watch?
What?
Kidnapped. Not Kidnapped.
Hunted.
Haunted.
Is there another episode out?
Yes.
Woo! We're going to watch Hunted then. That's much better than gypsy weddings. It's come to that time of night where I have my D&M with the camera. Also, microwave is having a spaz attack. My camera doesn't like certain lights. Anyway, what I tell you the 3 things I'm grateful for, but I don't know what they are right now. Earlier today, Dan sort of gave me like I guess the word is a kick up the butt. Not physically, he just sort of said like, can you do the dishes? And it led to me like I washed the dishes, and then I cleaned the entire stove top, and then I went to the bathroom and like cleaned up the whole sink area, made it nice. So I did some cleaning today, which was kind of therapeutic. It's come to that time of night where I have my D&M with the camera. Also, microwave is having a spaz attack. My camera doesn't like certain lights. Anyway, what I tell you the 3 things I'm grateful for, but I don't know what they are right now. Earlier today, Dan sort of gave me like I guess the word is a kick up the butt. Not physically, he just sort of said like, can you do the dishes? And it led to me like I washed the dishes, and then I cleaned the entire stove top, and then I went to the bathroom and like cleaned up the whole sink area, made it nice. So I did some cleaning today, which was kind of therapeutic. I've already been receiving videos from you guys telling me something that you're grateful for. I've already been receiving videos from you guys telling me something that you're grateful for. I just wanted to explain how it made me feel when like your faces popped up, and I was like, oh my god, this is okay. This is someone who's seen my videos and I've never seen, and they're talking to me, and I was just like, wow, this is so cool. So I really enjoyed that. So I guess number one thing I'm grateful for is getting a little kick up the butt and getting some cleaning done today, because it's just nice to have a clean kitchen. It kind of, you know, clears your headspace a little bit more. I'm really grateful for the videos that you've sent me so far, and if anyone wants to send a video telling me something they're grateful for, please, there's information in the description and also in the last video info in the description on how to send that. Just so you know, if you're not comfortable with sending a video with, you know, talking to a camera or whatever it is, you can write it down on a piece of paper and just hold it up to the camera. If you don't want to say any words at all, just write it down, and that's enough for me, and I'd really appreciate it. I was talking to my mum on Facebook today, and she was saying that she noticed that I could never think of a third thing to be grateful for, and she said that I should say my viewers. And she's right, because I am very grateful for all of you guys, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned that before, but I'm very grateful for you guys and all the support you've given me, and the fact that like within like minutes of posting that video I received responses and comments and things like that. So I'm grateful to have you guys supporting me literally every day, and at any second I could tweet, Facebook post, make a video, whatever it takes, and you guys would be like, hey, it's okay, we're behind you, sending love and all that sort of thing. Tomorrow I will be taking Kat back to the eye doctor in the afternoon to get all the paperwork, and then on Thursday she's going in for eye surgery. She's also going to help me book my psychologist session, because I get freaked out when I have to call somewhere that I've never called before, or call someone I've never talked to. Like, I'm fine if I've met you before, if I've had a phone conversation with you before. Like, if you've called me, if someone's called me, I'm happy, I can call back easily. But to cold call someone and be like, hey, I'm Loon, like, you know, I'm just interested in this or whatever, freaks me out like 90% of the time. And then, you know, the other 10%, sometimes I can do it, and that happens. But you know, and when I can do it, I feel really independent, like I've achieved something, but I can't at the moment. And I was just like, Kat, can you do the phone call? Can you please call them? And she's like, yep. So she'll call up the psychologist, psychiatrist, psychologist, I don't know what the difference is, but one of those, and we'll book my sessions, or my first session at least. Yeah, so I guess that's all I've got for you today. Dan also put some new sealer on the shower today because it was leaking, and we had to put towels on the floor to soak up all the water, which is really gross because then the room starts to smell like damp towel. So he resealed it again, and tomorrow I'll be able to have a shower because it'll be dry and I'll be able to just feel good. So let's do that. Okay, I think I've done rambling. I feel a bit weird tonight. I don't know, I feel a bit awkward. Anyway, doesn't matter, I'm not going to draw attention to that. I will see you guys tomorrow.